Before we start today, I think we just need to clear the air on something. I got stung over the weekend by something black and yellow. Apparently, I don't know. Here's what we need to clear the air on. I don't know the difference between a bee, a wasp, and a hornet. The only two categories I know are bumblebees and then everything else. Like, I know what a bumblebee is. They're the very cute round and yellow things. But I don't know. So I feel like that's just something that I don't know where people learned the difference. I missed that day at school. Just feels like somebody I'm not like somebody's not telling me something that I need to know. But anyways, if you could please inform me on that, I think that'd be great. Because I'm just done being in the dark about something like that. Today, we're reading another verse from Isaiah, chapter 28, actually. Did we do that chapter before? No. New chapter, new verse. Okay, I'll read starting at verse 27. For the black cumin is not threshed with a threshing sledge. Wow, try to say that 3 times fast. Sorry, serious mode. For the black cumin is not threshed with a threshing sledge, nor is a cartwheel rolled over the cumin. But the black cumin is beaten out with a stick, and the cumin with a rod. Bread flour must be ground, therefore he does not thresh it forever, break it with his cartwheel, or crush it with his horsemen. This also comes from the Lord of hosts, who is wonderful in counsel and excellent in guidance. Okay, I I think these few verses are just so good. Basically, it's the metaphor that they're using. Actually, it goes back to verse 23 if you want to read more about this, but I just picked out these 3 verses. It's using the metaphor of like how farmers would be the people grind spices or wheat into what it needs to be, into smaller particles, perhaps. Can you tell I'm not a farmer? So, and it's relating God to be the farmer, and how when you do these things, you have to use kind of like aggressive actions and things that are like um hard. What am I trying to say? Basically, it's like I don't know how to describe it. It's like a very crushing process, I guess. Um, but yeah, it's and basically the verses that I read here are talking about how God knows the different ways that different things need to be crushed. So if you're a farmer, you know the specific tool that you need to grind wheat. You don't use the same thing that you use for wheat as you do with cumin to make that spice. So you know what each thing needs in order to become what it's supposed to be. So that's what God is saying. Like he knows what each person needs um, in regards to their pain and suffering in order to make them who they're supposed to be. So yeah, I just love the way that this verse used brought that up, because so many times we think like, yeah, God knows what to give me. He knows he has a wonderful plan for my life, and he's ordaining things, providing for things, blessing with things. But this, like, I think we neglect this part of God's guidance, the crushing process or the beating process in order to make us what we're supposed to be. And the beautiful thing about it is that God doesn't do it like recklessly or haphazardly. He knows, and he's intentional, and he does it in such wisdom for each person. Each person is unique, and each person needs a different type of crushing, so to speak, in order for us to be refined. It says all of this comes from the Lord of hosts, who is wonderful in counsel and excellent in guidance. So these hard things that we deal with, the pain that we deal with, the suffering, when it seems like we are literally being crushed, I just want to encourage you to trust that that's from the Lord of hosts. Trust that it's from the one who is wise and wonderful in counsel, and his guidance is excellent. And so there's a hymn. I think it's called Day by Day. But it talks about how like every day we receive different things. They're good things. They could be harder things. They could be easier things. But there's a line that says, he gives us each day what he deems best. And later on, it says that lovingly, it's part of pain and pleasure. So, out of God's love, he gives us these things that might be, like I said, not always good, but they're what he deems best. And it's all, um, it's part of pain and it's part of pleasure, and he does it out of love. So, yeah, whatever you're going through right now, whatever hard thing it is that you're dealing with, whatever pain or suffering or, yeah, difficulties that you're experiencing, I want you to trust that God, if a farmer knows what tools to use on something like a piece of wheat or a spice like cumin, how much more does God know when dealing with people? Like, can you think about that? He is so intentional and so trustworthy in that. And so, yeah, trust him because he knows what he's doing. It's for the best and it's out of love. Thanks for spending another day with me. I don't know when this will be posted because I was a little late for Monday's episode. So maybe I'll just skip Monday and do Tuesday. You guys will be the first to know. I don't even know. But, anyways, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.